What up, everyone? It's your boy Dio, and this is Frontla Investment. Woo! Bionanians, are you as pumped as I am? So today we're going to talk about FDA approval. Okay, this video is strictly focused on FDA approval because a lot of people are still talking about FDA approval, if Bionano Genomics has applied for FDA approval or not, like this user, Anui, suggested in this comment. Before I tell you guys if Bionano Genomics needs FDA approval or not, let me first explain what FDA approval means for a product like Saphyr, and if FDA approval is necessary for Bionano Genomics to make money or not. Because if Bionano Genomics is making money, we investors are making money. It means if they are able to sell their device or provide their services, selling Saphyr, then they can make money, which means the company is going to do good, which means we investors can profit from our investment. So let's get to it. So how do you get an FDA approval, if you are a medical device maker? First of all, let us be clear. FDA regulates several industries, okay? Medical devices, food and beverages, drugs, cosmetic. And what is an FDA approval? FDA approval means that the FDA has formally approved your product, okay? In this case, your medical device, which is, of course, in this case, Saphyr. This is important to establish that your device is safe and effective. But to get FDA approval, you will need to prove compliance. So not to waste your time, I want to point out one very important thing, okay? You see, Bionano Genomics Saphyr falls into class 1 in my opinion. There are 3 classes in terms of medical devices, okay? To get FDA approval for your medical device, you will need to go through these following 5 steps. This is the first step. First, you have to know the kind of device, the classification of your device. And in my opinion, Saphyr falls into class 1. And what devices are in this class 2 and class 3? Let's take a look at them. Class 1 medical devices are the lowest risk. You see, an example of class 2 device is X-ray machine. And for sure, Saphyr is not an X-ray machine, because when you talk about class 2 and class 3, these are more or less devices that are physically, directly connected to humans, which can cause, some kind of risk, okay? Because X-ray machine, must be regulated and it must be FDA approved because it has a physical connection to humans. And class 3 devices are more or less implanted devices, okay? You can think about this device that Elon Musk is making from Neuralink, this implant device that is going to study the brain. This is more or less, this device falls under the class 3 devices. But Saphyr, as we know it, falls under the class 1, which means Saphyr has no physical connection to the patients, okay? Saphyr only requires supervision of an expert, somebody that is trained by Bionano Genomics, for example, on how to use the device. And it has no physical connection to the human body. So you are just taking a sample and you are putting it in this device for analysis. So that's more or less why I believe Saphyr falls under the class 1 medical device category. Now, let's take a look at class 1 using the Google, okay? Example of class 1 medical devices includes band-aids, okay? You can see stethoscopes and hydrogen peroxide. The US FDA is continuously adding medical devices to a searchable database, which lists approvals, denials, and clearances. So let's take a look at what kind of medical devices require FDA approval. The device classification regulation defines the regulatory requirements for a general device type. Most class 1 devices are exempt from pre-market notification 510K. Most class 2 devices require pre-market notification 510K, okay? And most class 3 devices require pre-market approval. So We all know Saphyr is being used right now, okay, by researchers, by doctors, by clinicians. So Saphyr is definitely not under class 3 and class 2 classification. It is under class 1. In one of my previous videos, I showed you guys some photos of where Saphyr is being used. We can see this is one of the photos, a lady using the Saphyr, and we can see this is also in Hanover, Germany, these gentlemen and ladies, using the Saphyr device. And of course, this picture is from the Children's Hospital. We can see this gentleman using the Saphyr. So that means Saphyr doesn't require FDA approval before it can be used or before it can be sold by Bionano Genomics. Harvard Medical School is an example of one of the universities out there, one of the medical schools out there using the Saphyr for researches. We can already see this. This is an example, okay? Imaging children's DNA. Dr. Braunschweig and Dr. Beggs are using a sophisticated platform called Saphyr, provided by Bionano Genomics to image and map the structure of the genome. Their plan is to analyze the DNA of children with MIS-C, children with severe COVID-19 but not MIS-C, and children with mild or asymptomatic infections. So this is an example of Saphyr results we can easily see. You can see the readout from this Saphyr machine. And this lady, this is Dr. Catherine Braunschweig. She is assistant professor from Harvard School of Medicine. So in my conclusion, I'm going to show you guys this tweet from Dr. Sven. Dr. Sven is the Vice President of Scientific Affairs and Corporate Communications at Bionano Genomics, okay? So he made this tweet. Of course, this first part is not important because somebody made a wrong post about him, but he was trying to tell them they are wrong, okay? So this is where we have to focus on in this part of this video. So he said, what I said is that greater than 90% of diagnostic tests run in the US are laboratory developed tests, not FDA approved ones. And many more of those LDTs are coming for Saphyr. I don't think you guys understand what he meant here. He said many more of those laboratory diagnostic tests are coming for Saphyr. So it means most of all these laboratories out there, more than 90% of diagnostic tests in the USA does not require FDA approval, okay? Which means most of all these laboratories out there are still going to use Saphyr. It's more like a must, This is more like a must. If you want the best, you have to use the best machine. So that is basically what Dr. Sven is trying to tell us here. So if you guys are invested in Bionano Genomics and you are wondering if Bionano Genomics needs FDA approval before they can, sell as many Saphyrs as possible, before they can make profit, so that we investors can make profit from our investment, then this is your answer. Bionano Genomics doesn't require FDA approval in order to sell Saphyr, okay? FDA approval is not relevant for the sales of Saphyr. So that is my answer to you guys, okay? FDA approval is not necessary for Bionano Genomics to sell Saphyr. Do you understand me, or should I repeat myself? I remain your boy Dio. This is Fda Investment. If you are new on my channel, remember to subscribe because I am here to help you understand your investment in Bionano Genomics. Bye bye.